Good afternoon YouTube, welcome back to another video where today we find ourselves on the e-bike and we're going up against the dreaded slackline challenge. As if riding along a slackline on your mountain bike isn't difficult enough, look at the elements we're dealing with. It's windy, it's rainy, it's absolutely miserable out here, and I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather be doing than trying to ride along basically a ratchet strap. We have completed this challenge before. I did it on the trials bike and I also did it on my enduro bike. However, I've never taken the e-bike along this line, and that's my plan today. I want to see if it's any different to the other bikes. Some ways I think it'll be easier, some ways I think it's going to be slightly more different, or difficult shall I say, but either way I'm up for the challenge. Let's do a very quick and a very brief course preview. Obviously, as I just mentioned, I'm going to be using the e-bike. I'm on the ALLMTN 7. Let's take a look at the equipment. This side we've got the starting block. It's 5 pallets high, hopper ramp, and obviously the slack line, that's there to stop that. Well, it's not really doing a lot, but in my head it is. Then we come onto the line, which I'm going to try just walk along it because I generally don't think I'll be able to. I think I'm better off on the bike, especially in this wind. Oh, I don't know. Look at him go. Oh God, that was a dreadful attempt. Hopefully we're going to be much more stable on 2 wheels. As you can see, it's a super long setup. It's probably 2 lengths of my van, and I've got a long wheelbase van. Once you hopefully make it to the end, you're welcomed by a lovely stack of pallets with a hopper ramp on top once again. Obviously that'll be pushed down, and that's 5 high, so it's quite high off the ground. I'd like to have a bit of a warm up, but I don't really know, like, how do you even warm up for a slack line? I love skinnies, but this sort of takes it to a whole new dynamic. Right now, on the flat, there's not really anything I can do to prepare except sort of get up there and give it a go, which is what we're about to do. I didn't show you this side, but I've got a little ramp to get up onto it. I'm actually super nervous. Oh, right, let's take on the line. Here we go. Not bad for the first one. Not bad for the first one. For a first attempt, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Really good. I was absolutely bricking it on there. I was just waiting for a wheel to slip off. First thing I noticed, I can't really remember, it was so long ago, but obviously the bike's heavy, the line felt like it dropped a lot more, which with the drop in my head was more wobble, but I don't want to crank that strap anymore. It's dangerous how tight that thing is. Obviously there's a lot of weight. I went in standard mode because I feel well, these bikes in the highest mode are super powerful, and sometimes when you are in that mode, they're quite sort of jolty, and obviously when you're trying to be that precise, you don't want something jolting, so I'm actually only in standard at the moment. But that weren't bad. I sort of felt in a really good, strong position there, and I embraced the wobble, I held on, I got my weight. I remember I needed to be forward because then you can see the front wheel, and yeah, good first attempt. I'm like glued to that thing today. Do you know what? Third time genuinely could be a charm, and I'm not making that up. Look at that in the window. Yeah, I don't know, can you see it? I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Whew, feeling good. I'm perfectly on. Third go. Third try. No way. No way. That was so... Do you know what? I'm a bit speechless. I don't really know what to say. That wasn't supposed to happen that quickly. And it just did 3 tries to get across the slack line on the eaves. Wow, this thing's the best. Headwind, oh, headwind this way, isn't it? Not so lucky that way. Maybe that needs to be a new challenge, across and then back. I don't know, but anyway, I'm just going to talk a little bit about that. So, obviously, the line is the width. It's actually under the width of my tyre. So what you've got to do, as you can see, my leg was off, and that works as a really, really good stabiliser because you can use that to counterbalance what the line's doing. Obviously it shakes. If anyone's ever walked across one, you know what it does under your feet. It's ridiculous. It's the same on a bike. But the only thing that's going to knock you off is firstly going too slow, and secondly, the line twisting, because if it twists, then your tyre slips off. So as long as you keep yourself, I keep my weight forward, I look at the front, look down there, check the line square, if that makes sense, rather than being tipped. And then, if it's like that, you can kind of just go across it. It doesn't matter how much is moving side to side, really. That is kind of irrelevant, although it feels weird. If you just embrace the shake, then as long as it doesn't do this twisting, then you should be fine. The other thing that was a little bit tricky with this actually was the fact that I'd got the 29er on the front, and I really needed to be able to see sort of down there, and with the wheel being bigger it actually made it quite blind, but I cannot believe that that worked. Third try, like how? What is going on? That's really good. What a day. Although it's rubbish, get out there and do something great today. That's ended so much quicker than I thought, which kind of makes creating a 10-minute video about it difficult, but I'm going to try go the other way now because it's uphill, it's slightly different, maybe, and headwind. Let's tackle it the opposite way. Oh, the line folded, exactly what I was just explaining to you. No. Oh, it's so uphill that way. Like, I didn't really realise coming that way it sort of runs downhill. Maybe that's kind of, it did help and it didn't. Speed obviously helps, but you naturally want to stop when you start wobbling. Yeah. That way I've got my work cut out. Oh. Yeah, I had a bit of momentum, didn't I?
Yeah, you got a bit quick at the start.
Yeah. Bouncy, bouncy. Oh. No. Oh. No. Oh. That went bad, was it? I tell you what, there is definitely a knack to it, and I feel like, I don't know, it makes it sound like I practice it. I've only ever practiced it twice, which was the last time and today. But you can almost, like, although it's shaky, you can actually just track stand on it. It's really weird. My foot was on it. I could have just walked along it then. Oh. Oh. Wind, headwind and uphill, 2 factors which are making this way harder than the other direction. No. Wind, wind, wind. Ah! I can't get my foot on, I'm being blown. I'm good balance, good though, look at that. Yeah! Woo! We did it. Slackline challenge complete, both ways. I tell you what, coming down, super easy, 3 goes. I was stoked with that. I really sort of understood it and I thought, oh, going back, no problem. But headwind, wobbly line, uphill, all them factors made it so difficult. The e-bike performed an absolute treat. I tell you now, there is no way I would have made it up that without the power of the bike. It would have just not happened. I would have not made it up. It would have been so hard to balance. And I was in standard mode because, like I said earlier, I think high mode would have been too wobbly. But that's the end of this video. That is the end of the slackline challenge. I've had such a good time. I hope you guys have enjoyed tuning in to this video. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, leave some comments below, and I will see you next in the New Year special. Bonus clip at the end, I'm going to take the strap off. Watch this. See you in the next one.